Hello everyone and welcome back to Fisherman's Adventures. Today, as you can see, I'm out on the water again, and today I'll be going for pike. So I've got two rods, one will be lures and the other one will be dead baits on the float. I've got a little route plan. I'm going to go to multiple spots putting out a float with dead baits and lure fishing along the way. So let's get in the water and see what we get. I've just got a small swim bait on, just in white, and I'm going to be fishing that all along the reeds you can see behind me. Just see if we pick up any pike on the way. Let's get fishing, let's see what happens. It's quite shallow, so as soon as it's hitting the water, especially at the shallow edge there, I'm just bringing it in straight away. Just trying to retrieve, steady, pause, a little pop of speed, pause, and just keep doing that there, and usually on the pause something will grab it. So yeah, gonna keep doing this here for a little while, and then we'll move on to the float fishing at the next location. Okay, so we're tied up and I've got a nice swim in front of me here. Just to keep things really simple, I've just got a little float kit. So you've got your wire trace with hooks, float, weight, and float stops and stuff like that there. So that's all in there, that's what I'm using. And for bait, I just got a selection of, common pike bait. So you got perch, sardines, mackerel, and smelt. Okay, so there's it all tied up, as you can see. I went for the mackerel. Really simple. So I think it's about 15 to 18 feet here. So I'm going to slide that float stop up a bit. Okay, so I've been here for about 40 minutes. I've had no action on the float at all, and I've just been lure fishing as well. And again, no action, so I'm probably going to move from this spot and go find a different one. Okay, so we're going to try this here little bay, and I'm going to tie up to this here mooring here, and I'll get a float out and I'll start lure fishing too. So sweet, that easy. Okay, so let's get the float out. Just going to pick an area. I'm going to go for over here because the float will be a lot more visible because there's some shadows from the trees, there's less glare on the water. So just going to whack it out there and test the depth real quick. I've set the float for about 10 or 12 feet, so that's probably right for this little area. Okay, so Pike just grabbed my lure. I was over there, just came across the bay, same area though, and that's my float right there, and it just grabbed the lure. I just lifted it out of the water. So annoying, because it's been a hard session so far, and it was just a small pike, but it grabbed it, felt the thud, and that's it gone. So that's another pike has been interested again, hasn't took it though. Literally lifted it right out there and it jumped straight out of the water, so it's a good sign that there's maybe something here, but again it's just not taking it. Alright, fish on in this little backwater. As soon as I hit the water, I took it. Fantastic. It's taken me ages to get a fish today. I lost those two fish earlier. Well, they were only on for a second earlier on, like just attacking the lure. And so I missed them really. And it's been quite a while since then, so I finally got one. And it's on a little cannibal shad. Actually not a bad fish. There we go, nice. I don't even see that. There's a hook right there. Let's get it out, should be easy. There we go, hook is out, just like that. Get back in the net. Alright, so there's the fish in the net resting. This is the lure I got it on. Just a little cannibal shad from Savage Gear. As soon as it hit the water just up along the bank, it smashed it. So I've had a really slow start to the morning, and it's good to get a fish finally. I think it should start picking up hopefully as the day goes on. See the shreds on it now, pretty cool. But yeah, I'll get you a good look at the fish and we'll get him back in the water and we'll keep going. Not bad pike at all. Alright, so there you go, nice pike, probably about 4 or 5 pounds, not too big, but really nice to get after a hard morning. So let's get this back in the water. Go on, it's away, nice and strong. This is like a little drainage canal coming from the fields that runs into the loch, so it's really hard to access. I'm only able to get into it because I've got this wee small boat. It's very, very shallow to get into, but once you're here, it's actually quite a deep little canal, and it's clearly holding fish, so. It goes on for quite a while too. I'm not sure how long I can get up it before it runs too narrow for my boat to get up, but I'll keep going until I can't anymore. It's actually kind of opened up a wee bit more in this here bit. I come up it quite a lot, and I really don't know how long it's going to go on for. It's so narrow though that you only really need to cast up the middle, and if anything's there, it'll take it. Okay, so that's the dead end ahead of me here. It's blocked off. So that's the end of the backwater. I'll do another cast over to the left hand side there, and then I'll get out of here. Just right there, the ripple. I just ended up casting right on top of it, and the massive swirl, it just sped off. But I'm pretty sure it's still over there, and if I haven't spooked it, we could be in for a chance of getting it still. Hopefully. There we go. Yep. Oh shit, it's not the same one. This is a small one, but there you go. Little jack pike. Nice. Sweet. Right, I found a good little area, and then this little backwater probably doesn't get much fished really at all, which is good. No pressure on them. It's a lot more responsive, so let's get this in the net. Whoa. And there we go. There we go, just like that. Hook's alright. And that's a nice wee pike there. Not bad, I'll get in the net and get a good look at it. Alright, so there's the second pike landed. Nice little jack pike. It's probably about 3 pounds. Not bad at all. Really nice looking, really healthy. So let's get it back in the water. Nice, away it goes. Yeah, nice. Right on it. Okay. Well, nothing in this end that's willing to bite, but there's plenty more little areas like this here that we can try. Okay, so a pike just crashed right behind me there, just came out of the water, and I'm just going to back it up a wee bit towards it so we can get a cast in there. Let's see if we can get it. There's definitely one there. That's much better. Oh, perfect, that's right where it came up. Let's see. Okay, so just repositioned there. Let's get it in. Oh, that's nice. So there's definitely a little pike in there because I've seen it coming up. Oh, that was definitely a hit. See the swirl behind it? There we go. Yes, I knew there was. That was a very, very faint bite. It nipped the tail, and then it came in and got it, so nice. Get this here in the net. Sweet. Alright, let's get this unhooked. These little ones can be quite tricky to hold sometimes, but it's not too bad. There we go, just like that. And then we'll get the lure out of the net, and we'll put the Sierra pike back in the net, let it rest, and I'll get you a good look at it. Okay, so there's the wee pike. Not a big one at all, maybe a pound in weight probably, maybe a pound and a half. There you go, perfect little thing though. So yeah, let's get it back in the water. Right it goes. Whoa, look at this here. There's a massive dead pike here. That's actually a really big pike. Whoa. Whoa. That's huge. Let's see if I can get it by its mouth. That's a humongous pike. Oh, it stinks. That's absolutely giant. Oh, oh, something's hitting it, something's hitting it. I had 2 hits there, and the second one I seen the tail swirling in the water. Hopefully I can still get that there one. I'm gonna kill the engine. Oh, straight into the weeds. I think that's okay though. Let's see if other pike's still about. Must be spooked. Oh, see that there? Right there, that's recording. It is. Get it back out. So that's a different one, there's loads of pike here. Come on. So there's 2 pike in this little area right here. I just don't know if they're going to come back for it, but that was cool. That. On a weed, dang it. Right. Oh, probably went into the pond weed there. Yeah. There's a fish there. I don't know if you've seen the swirl. It's went off that way. Okay, so I felt a nip on the tail. There's one right below me actually. There was another one right below me. It's all caught up here. Let me see. Oh, dang it. So there's about 2 fish there. Went over one in the boat, but there's one right there. It swirled on my lure, and then I seen the swirl going away from the lure. A second one, so it probably left. Aim for that wee reed. There we go. Nice. So I just seen a boil coming up behind the lure. So something followed it. It seems to be happening a lot in this little stretch. Fish are interested, they're coming at it, but oh, that was definitely a little take in the tail. 100% something nipped the tail at it. There's nothing following it though, so gotta get that back in there again. Probably the same fish because it's the same area. Nah, mustn't be interested. I mean, it's following it and it did nip at it. But if it's not taking it after a few more recasts, it's probably put off at that point, so just try a different area. Okay, so I just seen a swirl behind my bait again, and I brought this here in. It stole my tail, unfortunately, so I'll have to change to a different cannibal shad. I probably missed about 7 or 8 pike. Just because they're nipping at the tail, and guess that one took it off, but yeah, the bait's absolutely shredded. Just been so many takes on it just in this one little area. So I put on a different lure. Something with a rear hook would actually be good because they seem to be quite shy and nip in the back of it. But these here shads are working well, so I'll probably stick with them. Alright, now for pike on. Oh, nice. It's on the same type of shad, but it's in a roach colour. Woo! My drag is set quite light at the minute, but this feels like a decent pike. Turn it up a bit. Come on. It's probably got me in the pondweed now, but if I keep the tension on it, hopefully it doesn't get off, and I'll be able to get it out of the weeds whenever I'm closer. Come on. You hear that there? That there's the braid making noise against the weeds. Alright, it's out of the weeds now. Jeez, that's just... The wind's blowing me this way and the fish is pulling me that way. Definitely a good fish. I don't think it's a massive fish. No, you know what? It's not a massive fish, but there's a massive amount of weed on it. So I'm pulling in a massive clump of weed at the same time. Let's see, get this in the net. All the weeds came off it now. That's actually not a bad pike. Not a bad pike at all. Oh, alright, that's surprising. That's actually a lot bigger than I thought. When I initially seen it, I thought it was a little jack pike, but all the weed came off it. And it's a lot bigger than I thought there, so let's get this unhooked. Yeah, definitely the biggest pike today. So far anyway. Just right in the corner, which is perfect. And the hook came out just nice and easy like that. Put the one side, try and get the lure out of the net. Get the pike back in. There we go. Okay, so that was on the roach cannibal shad. So that worked really well. That's the first cast of this one, which is perfect. Let's get the fish out and then get a good look at it. Okay, so this here is definitely the biggest one today. A lot bigger than I thought it was when I initially seen it covered in weed. I would say it's probably up to 10 pounds, so there we go. Nice big pike. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely stunning. Get the teeth on that. Right, let's get it back in. Away it goes. Just like that. Okay, so just repositioned after the wind blowed me down a bit. Caught that one just out of that tuft of weeds over there. Probably 50 meters up that way. But should I continue my drift down? And I am still aiming to do the float fishing. It's just this here has been really good, so may as well make the most of this here. It's not really deep enough and it's far too weedy for me to put the bait out, especially while drifting in the wind. But I do plan to head on and do some float fishing regardless. I'm just going to finish up a few drifts and then we'll go on and try something on the float. Okay, so I'm just resting up in these reeds here and the wind's pushing me against them, so I'm not going to go anywhere. And just in front of me is actually quite a deep and clear channel of which I'm going to put the float and the bait. So let's try dead baiting in this little section before we move on. This is quite far down, more onto the actual loch where I was earlier on, so let's try it here. Alright, new spot for the float. Let's get the shear out and we'll see. Nice. Nice. Just heading back. Thought I'd cast in this little reed bed and felt a few taps on the tail and then it's taken it. So just gonna get it in the net and then we'll get a good look at it. It's not a bad pike. Not too bad at all. Yeah, we'll get it in the net. There we go. It's not bad at all, it's a good pike. Okay, lure's out. Get it back in the net, rest, but that's not bad at all. Pretty nice. Okay, so there's another pike in the net, just as I was heading back to my launch location. But yeah, just taking on the roach cannibal shot again. Let's get the pike out of the water and get a good look at it. So it's actually a really nice fish. I thought it was a lot smaller when it was coming in. I did put up a good fight, but I just thought it was like a small jack pike. But yeah, really nice pike. Get the teeth on that. Yeah, awesome fish. But yeah, really nice. Let's get it back in the water. Oh, away it goes. Okay, I'm going to do a few more casts and then I'm going to start heading back. I went right over a weed. That's okay though, it came off. Alright, tied up to a tree, back towards the launch site. Shut the engine off now and we can get the dead bait out one last time. Okay, set it for about 12 foot here, it's a bit deeper. And we'll get that out, see how it's sitting. Perfect. Leave the brake off and we'll set it down. Alright guys, so unfortunately it's nothing on the float today. It's one of those days. I've run out of time basically. I did go quite far today and just spending a lot of time getting back. It's a bit too late now to stay. I gotta get the boat out of the water, gotta get up the road, gotta get home basically. So that's it till next time guys. So please like and subscribe and check out the other videos on the channel and I'll see you in the next one.